The Williams Museum came about towards the end of the 1980s. It was the brainchild of one of our then senior marketing department members who convinced my father and Patrick Head that the Williams Grand Prix cars should be displayed in a manner fitting to their heritage. So in 1988 we launched the Williams Conference Centre, which includes our museum, the Williams Grand Prix collection. There is one car from each year or design type. We identify the most historically successful car from that period, and that is the car which we elect to place within our Grand Prix collection. The cars are largely fully operational. They are operated on a very irregular basis. The latter-day cars are complex due to the systems, and events to run these cars are limited too. The Williams Grand Prix collection enjoys the services of two experienced technicians, John Cadd and Colin Watt, both of whom were race team technicians earlier in their days at Williams, and they make up our museum workshop team.
Well, in the museum workshop at the moment we just have one project, which has been Jacques Villeneuve's FW19, which is a 97 car. We've made this car into a full running car. It's okay to go to a circuit and run.
Job done, hopefully.
These are just show cars. There's no running engine, no gearbox internals or anything like that. It's just what we call a rolling chassis, a show car. And this will go around and do events for our marketing department and also sponsors. When the engine's removed from the car, obviously you're left with a space. Therefore, we fit what we call an engine frame, which comprises of a few plates and a few bars, which just fit in the same space where the engine was. It just holds the car together. But we do like to try and run at least 3 or 4 cars up a month, just to make sure that they're on the button. And if we want to do it the Fest of the Speed or anything like that, we could actually front up with a car that will run.
There are some very interesting individual cars within our collection. Perhaps most interesting is 1997's FW19, the year that Jacques Villeneuve won the championship. The version in here is Chassis 4, the car with which he went into battle against Michael Schumacher in that year's season finale. Jacques, whilst pulling a bold overtaking manoeuvre on Michael, was caught by Michael trying to swipe across him, and they collided. Michael came off worst, we won the championship, and the damage left by the offending Ferrari wheel is still on the car to this day. The strangest car in the Williams collection would have to be 1982's FW08B, a 6-wheeled Grand Prix car, a project we were experimenting with around 1981-1982. Unfortunately, the concept was outlawed by the regulations before it could ever enter a Grand Prix. The oldest car in the Williams collection is 1978's FW06.
It's a lovely little car, it's mechanically well set out, and it's a beautiful little car to work on.
FW01s through to FW05 did not involve Patrick. Therefore, the history of our current company, our current team, starts with the Frank Williams-Patrick Head partnership.
I've got 3 favourite cars in the collection. That's the 14, the 14B and the 15. The 14 was the first car we produced with a semi-automatic gearbox and was driven by Nigel Mansell and Riccardo Patrese. And the 14B was an active version of that car, so a semi-automatic gearbox with an active suspension.
Technically speaking, a very advanced Grand Prix car in terms of vehicle dynamics, aerodynamics, and of course took Nigel Mansell to a long overdue World Drivers' Championship victory. We have a system around the chassis plate, a little plate within the cockpit of our car, where simply the mechanics of the car at the time, if the car were to win a Grand Prix, they would place a gold star next to the chassis plate, a second position a silver star, and a pole position a red star. And a majority of the cars which you see in our collection do feature such signs. The future plans for our museum is simply to evolve it and to display the Williams Grand Prix cars of the future alongside the important Williams Grand Prix cars of yesteryear.